I am going to talk about something that every Somali knows very well, and the rest of the world has a lot to learn. As a country and as a people, Somalis are more united and passionate about this than any country in the rest of the world. It is respect the camel. In this picture, there is a small Mongolian child in South Gobi Desert. She also respects the camel. I am part of the rebirth of camel milk. I'm what you might call a born-again camel milk lover. In Somalia, there is a tribe called the camel lover. There is also more camels in Somalia than people. I was introduced to camel milk as picking it as part of a documentary project with my two colleagues, Sebastian and Philippa. We traveled around the world and went to 18 countries out of 100 countries that camels are found. Now, only 5 of these countries we found hygienically bottled camel milk that is put in the supermarket. But in all of these countries, there's tons of camel milk flowing in informal markets. The perception, the market, and livelihood is what it really comes down to with camel milk. I'm going to talk a little bit about each of these, even though I could talk longer. Now, camel milk is a medicine. All Somalis know this. It is very easy to digest and can be used for any type of problem you might have. This is because of the gut. It heals the gut. Now, the way it does that is that unlike cow's milk, which has very long proteins, which is why it coats the mouth, camel's milk has very short proteins, so it can absorb into your system effectively, fast, and treat the disease quickly. If you drink a whole liter of camel milk, you won't feel full. As many people might not know, it is also used with children with autism, diabetes patients, heart disease, even Down syndrome, and many more. Now, the market, the difficulty is that camels are found in places that are hard to get to. So it's difficult for the herders to get their milk from the herd to the customer. Now, a lot of people are also moving from the herd to the city, like Mogadishu, and they still want camel milk, so the demand is growing. There are many local entrepreneurs who have set up systems that go from buses, the people, trucks, taxis, anything to get this camel milk to the market. The market is also having difficulty because people are submitting to cow's milk. Cow's milk is very well advertised. It is cheaper and easier to find. Now, the livelihood, people are living on camel milk and not much else. Camel milk has enough nutrition that you don't need to really eat anything else. I did a project, my own camel milk revolution, if you will, where I drank only camel milk for 10 days. I did not eat, I did not drink, only camel milk. I felt great. It was wonderful. Whenever I was thirsty, whenever I was hungry, I just drank the milk and it went away. I felt like a baby. So I have a video to show you about the small campaign I did to raise awareness and show people what I was doing. For 10 days, I will detox from normal food and drink and consume only camel milk. Please support my food experiment. I will be creating videos for you, the one who pledges to see. You will monitor my daily experience, plus come along for further investigations of milk, market, and camels. Get you love drunk off my hump.
There's an untapped resource in that udder of the camel, and that milk is like gold.
Camel milk has a much higher level of vitamin C. It's also rich in iron, unsaturated fatty acids and B vitamins.
You will not feel weak at all, even if you don't eat, just only on the camel milk. I used to do sometime fasting, sometime 14 days without any food. I have some camel milk, it will be enough for me.
In my village, when people got sick, they used to go to Camel Boma, Camel Herd, stay there for a while and just be on camel milk diet.
The culture I grew up with, the camel is the best. And there are a lot of poems, a lot of books written on camels, how lovely they are. Even there is a tribe in Somalia called the Camel Lover. The Camel Lover, they are a big, big tribe, and they really like camels.
I like camels who live in the desert. I like going to the desert and seeing the camels there.
I found out a lot of interesting things when I did this camel detox. There are other detoxes, retreats, if you will, if you can do in the north and south of Kenya, where you go and you live on camel milk. And people who have HIV/AIDS, people with cancer, they will go and do this. I also met a guy last week who invented a new system of bringing camel milk in a sort of vacuum, where you put a wet towel around the camel milk, and it moves very quickly, and it brings the heat out of the milk and makes it cool, something like that. But we'll see where these new technologies can take us and where it can go. And I encourage everybody to respect the camel, tell people about it, talk to people who own camels, see what they're doing with them, drink camel milk. We have some here that we can drink after with refreshments. And I leave you with one more video challenge to watch. A message from Dr. Farad, the Somali camel milk expert that you saw in the last video.
Well, this is very difficult, but I will tell you what I think. I think in 10 years, we can have Europeans producing more milk than the Africans on selling this. So the whole market will be European market. And that is very dangerous. That's what we don't want. But we cannot stop. I mean, it's. But at the same time, I hope that with this, the Africans will see, or the Arabs will see how important camel milk is and how good it is. They get money. Maybe this will encourage them and they can enter also the market. But I think the Europeans are coming. So I am not very in favor of it, but we cannot avoid it.